Hello, and thank you for catching this video for the Divine Feminine Collective who are really curious about unlocking their sacred power and rising into their purpose. Today, I was really guided to do this. This is a new feature for the members of my newsletter and those who follow my YouTube channel. And so I was shuffling, and 4 cards flipped out. And these are the 4 that are calling to us or giving us some insight into what is going on this week as it pertains to our soul's purpose and our life's message. So the first card is the 2 of Keys in reverse. And for the sake of the reading, for clarity, I'm going to actually flip it over. So what we see in this card is that recent events have left you feeling off balance. The energy this week has definitely been intense, and it's kind of turned your world upside down. But the beauty in this is that we see this treasure chest in the back, and when it's flipped upside down, our treasure is pouring out freely. And so what I'm feeling is that the chaos or the upheaval that you may have recently experienced over the past couple of weeks or perhaps even months is actually just revealing all of the magic that is already locked within you. So you're starting to see yourself and your purpose a little bit more, with a little bit more clarity. And so our next card is another reversal. We have the 2 of Roses, and what we see here is that this discontent in our current energy is really indicative that our fears are overpowering our spiritual wisdom, so that wisdom from within. This is a moment where we have to actually step back for some clarity. So the clarity that's coming from those gifts that we find in the 2 of Keys, the treasure, we're actually having to take that step back to figure out exactly how we want to use them. And so this is definitely where your intuition and ego are likely going to war with one another. And we see this hawk. What we want to do is look at the card next to it to really get a little bit more understanding. And so we see the Muse. So given the Muse sitting next to the winged messengers, the 2 of Roses, I'm under the impression, or kind of what my guides are saying, is that you're at this point where your soul really has a very clear desire to create something. But your ego really wants to know the outcome. It wants to know what the end result will be. Will it result in more time, in more money? So you're really looking to see what the benefit of creating this is. And you may worry that you won't, that you'll be wasting your time. So really sitting with the Muse, you have that desire to be creative, but with this hawk next to it, and looking away from it, you're kind of being sidetracked into more earthly or worldly fears, so to speak. And so what's the way forward? We have Uriel and the Sphinx. So this is a big project for you. This soul's work, this desire to create, is kind of like the big kahuna for you, or the big Sphinx. So you have to call on Archangel Uriel for clarity and support in your vision. And you need to have some trust that you are being guided into your soul's work, and that it might not make sense immediately. But when we look back behind us, we will see a very clear picture as to why things panned out the way they did, or why we were guided in certain ways. So those are the 4 cards for the week's energy and how to unlock your sacred power and rise into your purpose. If you are not already getting my newsletter, definitely hop on over to the link in the comments so that you get these readings every single week moving forward. All right. Thank you for joining. Bye.